greedy and covetous this devil is. If you're not giving, if he can't make any money off of it, he don't want nobody to have it.
Can I get your precept?
The first one, Matthew 24, verse 21.
Now we read the famine that happened, you know, in our history, right? Now listen to this scripture right here.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be.
Man, so that great tribulation, famine that happened to us in the past, this famine is going to be way worse, you know, than the famine that we just read about in the book of Lamentations. Yeah, so just imagine what type of terrifying, you know, events that the Lord is bringing. You know?
That's when that money, that bag that you so much loved and did everything for, you know, your money, the things you sold your soul for. That's when you're gonna cast it. That's what it says. They shall cast their silver.
Yeah, that's Ezekiel 7.
Oh, okay.
7:18.
I got it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to, you know, buy the food that you're used to buying in bulk. It talks about that in 2nd Ezra. You know, your victual shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that you shall think yourself to be in a good case. But then, what's going to happen right after that? Famine, great evils are going to be increased, and all that money that you thought you made ain't going to have any purchasing power. Like going back to the Weimar Republic, when they had their economic crisis, the Great Depression. It got to the point where when they would buy a meal, they had to hurry up and eat it because it was the increase of inflation was by the fucking minute.
You talking about Venezuela?
Yeah, and I'm talking about Weimar Republic in Germany. By the time, you know, you took a bite into it, you couldn't even really continue to eat it because you couldn't afford it.
Oh, man.
That's how bad it was. So that's a famine in itself where you can't really afford food. You know, the food is there, but you just can't buy it because it's too costly. That's a famine. People just gonna get desperate and say fuck you, and I'm gonna just kill you and take it. You know? That's what's gonna happen.
That's what's happening in New York right now. Where people are going in these bodegas and they just taking shit. It's gonna get to a point. I mean, in Canada, people are shoplifting is gonna be common. It's gonna be normal. Just take the shit.
2nd Ezra 15 and 16.
And also the storehouses shall suddenly be found
Empty.
Eventually, everything's gonna get looted, and then what? You know?
Ain't no trucks for the come and refill them.
Ain't about to restock the shelves.
Yeah, that's not happening.
That's it.
Therefore, the soldiers, the troops gotta take them. Establish order. Can you read that, Bob?
Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 15 says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within.
Okay, so the sword gonna be going out, the famine and the pestilence gonna be going out. You know?
He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him.
These major cities, it's going to be the most dangerous. That's where most of the population of Babylon dwells in the cities.
That's where the people are more gluttonous and, you know, someone that live out in the country or something, they kind of used to, you know, living off the land, shit like that. These people are used to going to Bonds or CVS or Albertsons or Costco. When that shit is shut down, what are you going to do?
Trader Joe's.
You got to think about it like this. Think about all the money, all the food that you got in your house. What if that was all you got? You know, for a month or 2 months or forever. That's what it's going to come to, where people think that, you know, that little bag of rice you got somewhere hid, you better cherish that shit. You know, canned goods and all that stuff, because you're not going to be able to go into these stores. And if you say you end up making it out going to a store, it's gonna be a fucking war zone out there.
Yeah.
So
That's what it says.
oh, it's gonna say it.
Whole
Kind
families are gonna turn on each other.
This is why they're gonna have to bring in border security. This is why they're gonna push for more surveillance, so that they can quell the confusion. This is where the sea hit will come in handy. Now they'll be able to see on that database, you know, what you're able to buy and what you're able to sell. You know.
Also, they can keep track of people.
They can keep track of you, and they can control how much you can buy.
You want a crumb? Well, you take it. Can you come to the location? You know, the
Yeah.
Walmarts and those big fucking store houses. You know, and we're gonna give it to you.
Yep, it's gonna be ration.
It's gonna be
They'll
ration.
set up a ration system,
Yep.
Just enough.
and only those who have the C hip can only get it.
Those. You know. Okay. It says, but they that escape of them shall escape and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, everyone for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads.
The Lord is a terrifying power. You're going to be in a state of mourning. And this is for the sinners of our people. Okay?
Verse 19, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed.
There's pictures up, you know, Venezuela suffered their hyperinflation. Well, they're still going in, you know, they're still in it. But at the peak of their hyperinflation, you know, it was their fiat currency, which is the Venezuelan Boulevard. You know, it was cast out into the streets.
Yeah, you can see hundreds and hundreds of bills just thrown in the streets.
Just guarded. It's not worth anything. You know?
They said I think one of our dollars here is worth like 10 billion, I won't say, maybe not a billion, but at least 10 million of their dollars.
And that's where the American dollar is going.
Yeah.
Just imagine millions and millions of paper $100 bills is floating in the streets of America, man, in your cities. It's just trash. You know? That's what it's gonna be like, man. You know? And we're on the cusp of that, man. Okay?
Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord.
Yep, your bag, it ain't gonna be able to deliver you, man. The bag. It ain't gonna be able to get you out of the famine. You know?
They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels.
That basically means you ain't gonna be full, man. If you get your hands on some food, it ain't gonna be able. You're not gonna be able to be satisfied from it. You know how you go in the restaurant now, you know, you get a big plate of food and shit, and you're like, oh shit, I'm full.
Got the itis.
You know, got the itis. They're ready to go to sleep now. You know? It ain't gonna be like that in those times. You're not gonna have a full meal. Okay?
Real quick, Leviticus 26:26, NLT, it says, I will destroy your food supply so that 10 women will need only one oven to bake bread for their families. They will ration your food by weight, and though you have food to eat, you will not be satisfied.
That's the curse. Yep, that's the curse.
Ezekiel 4, verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no abundance type shit, you know. You know how Jake be wasteful.
Yeah.
You gonna pay attention to your food supply. You're gonna pay attention to how much water.
Crumbs that falls, you gonna try to
Hey, you know how Jake don't like to eat the end.
Yeah, the
ends
crust.
Of,
the crust.
the two slices at the end of the
Got me
fucking
too.
bread.
The butt.
Yeah.
They cut out the crust from the bread. And
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, he gonna love that.
you're gonna be fighting over that shit.
Niggas gonna be fighting for a little pack of saltine crackers.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like your meal.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro, I used to read the cleanup,
Mm.
and man, when I tell you they used to waste, like they wasted whole meals, bro. Take one bite, like, they know they can get more. It's not gonna be like that in that day. One more verse on this, it says, and they may want bread and water, and be astonished one with another, and consume away for their iniquity.
At the same time, people are gonna be searching for answers. You know, searching for hope. There is gonna be no hope for them.
What's going on? My money is not working. You know, have no purchasing power whatsoever. You know? The prophets warned you, man.
They're gonna be searching for the truth, and the truth is gonna be hidden.
They gonna be running to them churches, the mega churches. They gonna storm them churches. They gonna rob the pastor. They gonna be looking for his little collection place he hides up in the back. Where all the money that they count when their congregation is gone, they back there counting the money and shit. They're gonna be up there looking for you, man. Why you ain't warn us about these times?
You said nothing bad was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You told us that as long as we sow a seed, the Lord's gonna bless us. You know, stupid ass Jake, man. But the scriptures tell you about these false prophets too, the ones that prophesy peace.
Yep.
When there is no peace. Was that Jeremiah 14? Somebody can get that.
When Jake was brought over here, you know, the southern kingdom brought over here. You know, there wasn't no peace. You know, Jake that was in this land, the northern kingdom, there wasn't no peace. There still ain't no peace now, man. As long as the so-called white man been ruling, there hasn't been no peace on the planet Earth. You know, he's that red horse, man. To take peace from the earth. You know. You got it.
Jeremiah 14. Let's start at verse 11. It says, then said Yahweh unto me, pray not for this people for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by pestilence. This is what the Lord is saying is going to come. This is what the true prophecy is going to be saying. Verse 14, then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake I unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart.
Deceit of their heart. But their heart is all about getting money from it. All about getting money from their congregation to fatten their pockets. You know, that's what's in Jake's heart. These false prophets.
They're just pimps. You know? Pimps, that's all they are. They're selling lies. Because they're not even selling the truth. They're selling lies.
Yep.
You know? To fatten up their own belly. And when trouble comes, they're gonna flee and leave their flock to get devoured.
They're gonna try to flee, but
You know?
they're gonna get on
They're
their
all.
ass.
What's that word that brothers always? They leave. You know, they.
I can't remember that word.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a word that brothers always